A warm welcome to each and every one of you. And I'm super excited for this session because it's going to be a hands on session. So let me go ahead and quickly introduce myself. My name is Afshan Naqvi, and I'm currently working with an Israeli firm as an OSINT analyst. I'm also working as a part time instructor at securez.io. So this is a very short introduction about me. So let's start with our presentation. Let's first see the agenda of today's presentation. First, we'll discuss the introduction to Splunk and its component. Next, we will cover our core topic, that is building a Splunk Lab. So let's start off with our first topic, that is introduction to Splunk and its component. And what is Splunk? Okay, a lot of you guys asking, like, you guys are aware of this particular term, that is Splunk. And basically, Splunk is a SIM solution, and it is a solution that helps organizations to detect, analyze, and respond to security threats before they harm the business operation. Okay, so Splunk is a type of SIM solution, and it is a software platform that is used for searching, analyzing, and visualizing machine generated data in real time. Okay, so it is used to collect and index data from various sources, including applications, servers, and network devices. And Splunk's powerful search capabilities enable users to analyze this data to gain insights into the system performance, security, and business operations. So this is a very short description or very short introduction of Splunk. Now let's see the main components of Splunk. Okay, the main components of Splunk. The first one is forwarder, or specifically universal forwarder. We will see that. Next, indexer. And the third one is search head. Okay, so these are the main components of Splunk. Okay, we will see that what is search head and what is indexer, what is forwarder. We will implement these things in real time. And here I have created this Splunk basic architecture, like just for the understanding purpose. Now we have the log sources, okay? Linux, Windows, firewall, and we have our database, okay? These are the log sources. Now we have universal forwarder. Forwarder will forward the logs. Where they will forward the log? To the indexers, okay? These are the quantity I have written, like 20 to 30 universal forwarder. It depends upon the log sources, and it depends upon your company or your organization structure. We have indexer, like 1 to 5 indexer for this example. And after that, we will have search head, okay, where the user can write queries, okay, search field. And then we have our users, okay. It's a basic architecture of Splunk. I just want it to visualize for you, like it will be a very it will be great if you visualize thing for students to help the concept and better understand the concept. Next, these are the important ports, okay. Splunk Enterprise. So management port 8089, it's a Splunk management port. Indexing port, it is 9997, or receiving port, okay. Indexing port, or you can call it as receiving port, 9997. And web access port, we have 8000 is our web interface port number, okay, 8000. Make sure you remember that we will use these port, the 9997 and 8000 in this presentation. So make sure you remember receiving port 9997, web access port 8000, okay. Now the core module, that is Splunk, building a Splunk Lab. So first, this is the architecture. First, we will launch an EC2 instance, okay. We will use the AWS cloud provider, AWS console, to launch this particular lab. For this lab, we will use AWS cloud. So we have our Splunk server on our EC2 instance, okay, that we can call it as our Splunk server. We install Splunk on this server. Next, we will have the Windows server, okay, and we will configure the AD, okay. We will configure the Active Directory, and after configuring the Active Directory, we will install the Universal Forwarder. Why we are installing the Universal Forwarder? Because we want to forward this log, okay, forward this log from our AD server to our Splunk server. So we are onboarding log from our AD server to Splunk server. Okay, it's going to be a basic Splunk Lab architecture. Okay, and these are the steps, installation step. First, we will launch an EC2 instance. Okay, in this case, we'll use Ubuntu. Next, we'll install the Splunk Enterprise on that server. We'll configure the Splunk. Next step will be the Windows AD server configuration steps. So first, we'll launch an EC2 instance. Okay, we'll use the Windows AMI. After that, we'll configure the AD service and then install the, download and install the universal forwarder. Okay. So we'll use the EC2 service. Okay, this is an EC2 service. Let me click on it. EC2 service is used to launch the servers in the cloud. So I don't have any running instances or machine. So let me click on that. This is a filter. Let's click. And I'm in this North Virginia region. Okay, let me launch the instance. And this is going to be our Splunk environment, Splunk server. Okay, for this demonstration. Okay, let me launch the instance. And it will take some time. So let's wait. Okay, it's in the running stage. Okay, so we have login, successfully logged into our Splunk server. Okay, so now we are done with our Splunk installation, right? We have configured Splunk. Now we have to launch our Windows server. So let me launch another instance. Launch. Now it is our AD server. So let's name it as AD server. Okay. Oh, so I've selected all TC. Okay, from anywhere, and 50 GB storage. So let's launch the instance. Okay, it's in a pending state. So let's wait. Okay, now it's in a running state. Okay, the screen, like we are in the Windows server, like EC2 server. Okay, so we have these indexes, right? So here is the main index. So by default, when we onboard our AD logs or Windows server logs, it will be stored in the main index. Okay, it will be stored in the main index. So let's end today's session. Okay, thank you so much, guys, for joining today's session. We'll see you in my next webinar. Bye-bye. Take care.